Hey, I appreciate you watching Mondays with Mike. Stephanie and I did Granny Camp last week. Part of that was a trip to Busch Gardens. And as I was walking through the park from roller coaster to roller coaster, I saw a group of college students who all had the same t-shirt on. They'd been for Summer Leadership Institute, and I guess they were enjoying the day. And they saw this roller coaster like suspend and then drop, fast and furious. And like there was 12 of them. And they all screamed, and half of the 12 was like, "Oh man, that's awesome, let's go ride it." And half of the 12 was like, "Ah, that's crazy, who would ride it?" And they all saw the exact same thing, but from completely different perspectives. I actually talked about it to my grandchildren. I was explaining how two people can see the same thing from different perspectives. And one grandkid liked riding roller coasters, some of them didn't. But anyway, spiritually speaking, there's a number of illustrations there. The one I want to talk about today is the fact that in us, all day, every day, as we experience life, we got like two men looking at it. The new man, which only wants to do right, and the old man, which only wants to do wrong. And so when temptation shows up in my life, the old man says, let's do it. And the new man says, I wasn't made for that. And on the flip side, when something righteous comes along, like sharing the gospel with somebody or whatever, the new man says, hey, I was made for that. And the old man says, I'm not going to do that. Ephesians 5 talks about, in follow-up of the whole put off, put on process of Ephesians 4, Ephesians 5 starts with this: be imitators of God as beloved children, walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself for us, but put off sexual immorality, all impurity, covetousness, all that stuff. Put that out, foolish talk, crude talking, out of place. Put off all these things. That's the old man stuff that wants to do it. Stop. Don't ride that ride. Instead, ride the ride that is thankful, that is Christ walking in a dead and dying world, that is light. You were darkness, but now you are light. Which perspective are you living? Which perspective are you feeding all day, every day as you go? And are you feeding the old Mike or the new Mike? And the one that you feed is the one that you follow. Later, I saw that same group of college students, and I said, hey, I saw y'all be in awe about the roller coaster, and one of you said, we all need to go ride it. I just want to know, did you ride it or did you not ride it? And they were a leadership institute there, and they said, we rode it. And I said, well, let me tell you something. The group that said, oh, that's great, let's all go ride it, they're the leaders in your group. The rest of you are followers if you were scared to death, but you rode it anyway. And then I slowed down, talked about it, my Granny Camp story with them. I just want to encourage you. Pay attention to who you're following. Lead the way with the new person inside you. Don't follow the old person. He is not worth following, but he is a very strong influencer. I appreciate you watching Mondays with Mike, and never ever forget you're greatly loved.